Alright everybody, what's going on? It's Thundershot, and I am finally back with an Ask FM. It's been weeks, some stuff happened, I just couldn't get around to making an Ask FM, but I wanted to make the return of Ask Thundershot kind of special, so today with me I have two very special guests.
Hello there, guys. I'm Blackenfist, and I'm going to be here helping Thundershot answer some of his questions. I'm very glad to be here.
Alrighty, guys. It is Qaamans here today.
Alright, and for those of you who might be new to my channel, you might not know who these guys are. Their links to their channels will be in the description down below, but for these guys who have been here for a while, it's been a while since Qaamans and Blackenfist and Thundershot have all got together, and that's mainly because we all just got very busy with school and work and whatnot. It is that season now again, but we are back, and we are doing an Ask FM on my channel, so let's go ahead and get started.
And videos, don't forget that too.
Yeah, videos have been
a lot of videos.
A lot of time, but first question.
Yes.
If you were in DBZ during the 10-day fight with Qaamans and Blackenfist, who would you train with? Also, would you get like Vegeta if Qaamans or Blackenfist got murdered like Trunks? If Qaamans is reading this or Blackenfist, would you spring into action as well? By Devin Douglas.
This person is so lucky.
Why is that?
Yeah, they are so lucky. They're lucky because we're both here.
Yeah, go figure. Any takes on this?
What 10 day is he talking about?
The
here?
10-day fight, which doesn't ring a bell to me.
Yeah.
You probably meant the gap. The gap between the Cell games.
The 10 days of peace.
Oh, okay.
Who would you train with? So if you got to train. Okay, so pick a trainer. Pick a trainer. If you could be trained by one person in the Dragon Ball Z world. You're not very strong, but you have potential. Go.
Master Roshi, because you know what? I feel that Piccolo, Yamcha, I mean, everyone probably wouldn't want to train me because I'm so weak compared to them. Maybe Goku, maybe even Goku would not even waste his time. Maybe the only person I might get some training out of is maybe Master Roshi, and that's still a stretch.
Qaamans?
Well, I mean, for me personally, I mean, my answer is kind of self-explanatory. I definitely want to train with Piccolo. And I would also want to train with Goku to like learn all the basics and stuff. But honestly, I wouldn't really want to fight. I would never want to fight in that situation. I'm not a fighter. I'm a video creator.
Alright. And my consensus would have to be Popo, assuming he's exactly how he is in Team 4-Star. Alright.
What a thing to say.
Next question, this one also from Devin Douglas. If you, Qaamans, and Blackenfist went into the DBZ world for the entire Majin Buu saga and got the abilities and power of whatever race you chose, would you fight Buu or wait until the world almost blew up and hitch a ride with Goku and Vegeta?
You guys can answer the second part.
Well, okay. Well, I think honestly the best thing to do is for all of us to become Saiyans that could, transform into Super Saiyan 3s.
What if you could be a Majin?
We can prevent.
What if you could be like
or
Buu?
or even a Majin, or hell, if we're really going to maybe a God of Destruction, because then that way you could stop Buu from destroying
the loophole.
The world. Yeah.
Guys, would you want to be a Kai or a Sinjin to be more specific?
Kai's didn't measure up in power. That's something I'm curious about. Maybe you guys can help me with this. How strong was Supreme Kai?
Well, if I had to make a rough estimate off the top of my head, I'd say that he was between Cell and... I would say he's weaker than Cell's super perfect form, but I think he's at least between Cell's second form and Cell's perfect form. Just a guess. Guesstimate.
I gotcha.
No, that sounds pretty good to me. Yeah, because obviously he wasn't as strong as Buu, so...
I gotcha. Okay, so there we go. That was always because I always thought like he was just incredibly weak, but I never knew where to peg him for how weak he was. But to think he was as strong as Cell was, that's actually saying a lot. So I was always curious about that because we never really got to see him fight that much.
Yeah.
All right, any one of you guys want to take the next question?
Well, Thundershot, the next question has your name, so I mean...
Well, it's directed to me, but I think this is a little bit more up Qaamans' alley.
Hey Thundershot, do you watch Yu Yu Hakusho? If you do, what saga in Yu Yu Hakusho can Yusuke beat Goku in what saga? I think that Yusuke 3 King Saga can beat Goku Ginyu Saga. Now, I actually... Well, not me directly, but one of my subscribers, Jesse James, also known as Fire GXLL, he kind of did like this whole Yu Yu Hakusho breakdown. and he believes that Yu Yu Hakusho characters can hold their own with Namek Saga Dragon Ball Z fighters, but I think in terms of power scaling, because you know, destructive environments in Dragon Ball Z don't always necessarily measure up, I'd have to say that Yu Yu Hakusho characters can probably beat Dragon Ball Z characters in the Saiyan Saga with the exception of flying, because that makes such a significant difference.
And the reason we had Qaamans answer that question is because I don't know anything about Yu Yu Hakusho. It's been a show highly recommended to me that I haven't got to watching yet, but there's that.
Well, I've watched Yu Yu Hakusho, and I kind of would have to agree with Qaamans there. I mean, for the only time really the Yu Yu Hakusho characters even stand a chance is in the last saga, and even in the last saga, I don't think that they might, you know, it would still be very competitive with the characters, the DBZ characters of the Saiyan saga. So.
All right, so there we go. Next question. Hey, good question. All right, next question. What's the longest far you've ever had? Now, I'm going to go ahead and improvise a little bit here and assume that he just left out a T somewhere, and he meant to say, what's the longest fart you've ever had? Blackenfist, go.
My goodness. I would have... I mean, Thundershot, do you want to go?
And it's not one I remember, I can say that. They don't, none of them have gone down like so significant to me that I just remembered how long.
Well, just for comical purposes, guys, I'll add a little bit of humor here. I think the longest fart I ever had was like this. I think that was the longest fart I ever had.
Well, there you go. We're just gonna move on from that one. Do you want to take the next one, Blackenfist?
Yes.
Hi, Thundershot. When are you gonna do the last stream of DBZ fights?
I really need to start reading these to see if they have my name in them. That stream has actually been taken care of. So there you go. You can get the next one.
Yeah. I would assume so. This is a 3-month-old question. Who is the
These
real
are 3 months ago. I
Super
decided
Saiyan? Is it Bardock or Broly? I'm sorry, I'll read that again. Who is the real legendary Super Saiyan? Is it Bardock or Broly? The answer is neither of them. Well, it really depends on what it depends on what continuity you're talking about, though. It really does.
Guys.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to go off.
If you're talking about fan fiction land, here. I'm gonna give you. If you're going off fan fiction land, that fan fiction called episode of Bardock, you know, that official fan fiction, then I guess you could say Bardock is the legendary Super Saiyan in fan fiction land.
Can you clarify a little bit why it's so fan fiction? Why it doesn't actually exist?
Well,
Can you clarify why episode of Bardock?
I guess. Alright, I'm sorry about that. I kind of do poke fun at episode of Bardock sometimes, but the reason I call it a fan fiction is because it makes absolutely no sense, and things happen in that episode of Bardock, in that whole special, that just would not happen in any logical way. Like Bardock surviving and then being sent back in time, and then somehow becoming a Super Saiyan. Like, first of all, how do you survive? How do you go back in time? How do you become a Super Saiyan? And so, I mean,
how did he survive and how did he go back in time? Yeah, very, very valid points to make. However, I was discussing this with Qaamans the other day. I don't know if you were there for that conversation or not, but we were talking about what is the actual requirement for being a Super Saiyan. Do you have to be a certain power level, or can it simply come from, as Goku says when he's training Gohan in the hyperbolic time chamber, a need, not a desire? Because Goku says when he's training Gohan in the hyperbolic time chamber, Super Saiyan comes from a need, not a desire. So is that a need at really any power level you're at? Or would it be possible that Bardock actually would be able to become a Super Saiyan?
Guys, I think this is a perfect episode of Dragon Ball Thought for Talk that we can save.
We save it for later?
Yes, that's a perfect conversation. Would you agree, Blackenfist?
But, yes. But, while you might have a point there, my still biggest whole things is still the fact that Bardock somehow survived and went back in time for no reason whatsoever, than just to make it seem like so he can become a Super Saiyan and be the legend or whatever. So I have a huge.
Let me make a quick comment. Sorry to drag this question out. Thundershot and Blackenfist have been on many of my Q&As, and they would probably know that this is probably my most commonly asked question, and it kind of irritates me to a minor extent, because it's like, there's no way that being blasted by an enormous planet-destroying blast can send you back in time. There's no way Bardock was a Super Saiyan.
Unless that's like the exact moment that a wormhole showed up or something.
I'm just gonna give a short answer. The real Super Saiyan is, the real Super Saiyan is the Super Saiyan that was mentioned by Vegeta that lived like 1,000 or I don't know how long ago. That's the real Super Saiyan. Yeah. Or the real legendary Super Saiyan. So there you go.
Every 10,000 years, a Super Saiyan is born.
That Super Saiyan not being Bardock, and definitely not being Broly, given where he was placed in time. Although Broly's name, as addressed, is the legendary Super Saiyan. So, if you consider Broly canon, which he's not, so there's that. But I'm going to go ahead and move on. So, next question. Perfect Cell became Super Perfect Cell because he blew himself up and got a power boost because of his Saiyan genes. But if I remember right, Vegeta told Krillin on Namek that the power boost does not work if it's self-inflicted. Do you ever think about this? Or do you think this is bad writing? We have thought about this before. And I believe our answer was it had something to do with him actually being Cell. But there's a problem here either way for me, because either one, you're right, and that is bad writing, and it shouldn't have came from self-inflicted damage, or two, it happens because he's Cell, and he has genes from Piccolo that allow him to regenerate, and that it has something to do with helping him actually gain a Zenkai boost. But if that's the case, my theory was always that Cell could be the strongest being who ever lived. He could be better than Boo, he could be better than even people from GT Super Saiyan 4, he could even be better than Beerus, the God of Destruction, if he were to live and he just kept blowing himself up and coming back and getting Zenkai boosts over and over again. That's actually something
that I actually like has actually come across my mind. Why didn't Cell just keep blowing himself up and coming back and keep getting stronger?
Infinitely stronger.
Well, the way I look at it, guys, is with the same thing with Saiyans or Cell. I always answer this: who wants to voluntarily blow themselves up?
Cell did.
I mean, seriously, like if you look at it in Dragon Ball Z, when Vegeta asked, who was it, Krillin? He asked Krillin to blast him, so like he can get that Zenkai boost. Like, you must have thought about how much Vegeta really thought about that. I mean, I'm gonna put myself in a near-death situation to get stronger. I don't think it's volunteer.
Yeah, and then they didn't even want to revive him.
Yeah.
Cell's, to an extent, was voluntary. His second form was, at least.
So yeah, I think that's the short answer. The short answer is that he's just Cell, and he just has all these genes, so I guess normal rules don't apply to him. That's the only thing we could say, really.
Something to do with the mix of genes being in a lot there. Messes with that one. Alright. Kaioken times 254 Frieza versus Super Perfect Cell using steroids for Mr. Proto Man 145. How out there can you get, man?
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say that's definitely Frieza. If Frieza, well, if Frieza's body can even take a 254 times Kaioken, which there's a good chance maybe it even can. But if it can,
we can assume Cell using steroids increases his power none.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, well, exactly. Like, yeah, if he gets injected by steroids, it's pretty much nothing. So we're pretty much comparing Super Perfect Cell versus a 254 times Kaioken Frieza, which honestly, if Frieza's body can take it, I'm going with Frieza on that.
Alright, sorry about that. We got disconnected from Skype for a quick second. But anyways, what I was about to say is that Frieza actually had a lot of trouble sustaining his 100% full power Frieza form. When he was fighting 100% full power against Goku, he was actually burning himself out just on that. So I don't think there's any way he'd be able to hold a Kaioken of that magnitude.
You're probably right.
But assuming that he could, I think Frieza wins, but I think Frieza doesn't win by a lot. Do you have anything you want to say about that, Clawman?
I think that is such a crazy question.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna have to go with Super Perfect Cell on steroids.
Oh, okay. Wait. Are you saying that 254 times Kaioken Frieza wouldn't be able to do it, or that he wouldn't be able to?
I don't think he'd be able to do it, and I think steroids is good because Cell is used to fighting in steroids. He did it against Gohan, so I think he'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, you want to take the next question, Blackenfist?
Do you like classic rock music? Sure, I do. I guess I listen to some of it. I listen to occasionally, but I would say I'm not like a connoisseur of, you know, all the things classic rock. What about you guys?
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I have most of the radio stations, especially around where I live, are complete and total crap, but I do have one station that plays non-stop classic rock music, anything from the early 60s to the late 80s, and my radio never leaves that one, just because it's always something good. It's not like my absolute favorite genre of all time, but there's almost never bad songs that show up on there. So yeah, that's me. And Nights with Alice Cooper is awesome. There we go. Next question. Sup, Thundershot. Like your videos and all. I don't know if you had this question in your YouTube vids or not, but who do you think is the strongest villain in DBZ? Well, to kind of take the cop out right now, if you consider Beerus a villain, he about has to be the strongest villain. But
well, what about Whis?
Is he a villain?
Ooh.
Is Whis a villain?
Well, I mean, Whis. If Beerus is a villain, you got to consider Whis a villain since Whis is his mentor.
Yeah, I mean, in a way. In a way, he has to aid him. Like, he's sitting there and he follows him around. But I feel like Whis is the most neutral person in the world. Like, if Beerus told Whis to blow something up, I don't think Whis would do it because that's Beerus' job. But he just has to go with whatever Beerus does. I don't know. It's iffy, but he seems like the most neutral guy you would ever meet. Like, he didn't care if Earth blew up or not. He didn't want it to blow up. He did not want it to blow up. He just wanted a sushi. So it's weird with him.
Yeah, I guess you're kind of right, but you know.
Were you gonna say something, Kwame?
I was just gonna say, honestly, when we're talking about, you know, if he's a good or a bad guy, I mean, in my review that's actually being uploaded right now, I actually find it kind of interesting that we would say that, but at the same time, like, Whis is so neutral. Like, I don't even consider him or Beerus bad guys. I think they're just gods or assistants to destruction or creation. I don't necessarily.
That was a lot of people that I saw. That was a lot of people's gripes with Battle of Gods, is that Beerus wasn't exactly a villain. Kind of like Whis. I mean, he was just along for the ride. If he got mad, he was going to blow stuff up, but he was just along for the ride for the most part. So I definitely see where you're coming from.
But Thundershot, if you hit Whis on Dragon Block Z, what would happen?
If I hit him?
Yes, if you hit Beerus.
Oh, you're dead instantly. There's no coming back from that. You're Yamcha'd like no one's been Yamcha'd before. But to go ahead and answer the question, Qaamans actually has an entire video up on this saying, oh no, you have the, never mind. But Super Boo, bottom line. I don't know if you did a video on that one or not. I was thinking of the strongest non-fused character. But
yeah, I did.
Strongest villain in all of Z would have to be Super Boo. Gohan absorbed, of course.
I agree 100%.
But there you go. I saw your channel news vid where you show your face. Are you Asian in origin, I mean? White? I have a vlog up from the other day, and I'm going to leave it to you guys. I could be a white guy. I could be Asian. I could be part Mexican, or I could just have pulled a Michael Jackson. You never know. And I'm not gonna make you guys answer that question. So we're just gonna go to the next one. Unless you...
Thundershot, don't forget we're all the same race, dude. We're human, remember?
There you go. There you go. Your videos are awesome. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Good question. Dude, what would you do if Qaamans turns into a Blackenfist and Blackenfist turns into a Qaamans? Would I ever know? If you guys just completely flip-flopped, would I ever really know that you guys switched in the first place?
Well, you see, we have to we have to share our thoughts on this. So, You see, if you know who the real Quaman is or the Blackenfist based on the intro theme and based on what we say at the beginning of the videos, so you would know if it's the real Quaman if they start off with a wonderful, "Alrighty guys, it is Quaman here today," or Blackenfist, what's yours?
Yeah, hello there, beautiful friends. Of course.
There you go.
Exactly.
And that's at the end of the day how you would know. A very important question today. What race are you, and how old are you? Well, we've answered the race question already. And old enough, kid.
He's
We're
old
older than
enough.
Ash Ketchum. All three of us are older than Ash Ketchum. That's all we need to
Who is perpetually 10, just to clarify there. Not that... Not...
What if Ash Ketchum isn't perpetually 10 and he just has like some sort of weird genetic disease where he can't age?
That would be messed up, but I seriously think in the anime... they mentioned him being 10 in like season 8 or some crap like that.
Okay.
So it's...
Okay.
This is kind of a gaming related question, so I'll take it. It says, I have been wanting to make Let's Plays and Japanese game reviews. What is the best equipment, including software, I can start with? If you want something cheap, and I'm assuming it says you're Japanese, and this is from 3 months ago, you're talking about older games, a Hauppauge HD PVR is what I used for a long time, and that can get Xbox 360 and PS3. And then aside from that, you can find any, Camtasia, Exploit, OBS thing that can record your computer screen, and that's about all you need. But Hauppauge shouldn't be very expensive anymore, but thank you, Chris, for the question.
Yeah, Camtasia is really good.
All right.
Mary Bulma! There you go.
I was going to ask somebody, but thank you, Majin Soul. Super Saiyan TN GT. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Mystic Captain Ginyu and Meta Cyberman versus King Code with
King Cooler.
like I don't know, or King Cooler, who's actually a cooler, and Walmart is closing.
Wow. Oh my god.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say Ronald McDonald beats them. So there you go. That's my answer.
There you go.
I think Mystic Captain Ginyu, hands down. Like, Captain Ginyu could just go in anybody's body and take it.
Dude. Does Mystic Captain Ginyu delicious food?
Super Saiyan God Hercule.
No. Super Ronald McDonald, man. That's where it's at. Okay.
There you go.
Ba,
So
ba,
there
ba,
you go.
ba, ba.
Ronald
go.
McDonald.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, you're all gonna be loving it.
God of Destruction. Alright, I will skip that next one because it's a link. I'll try to watch that later, I'm sorry. And then this will be the last question for the bottom of the list, and then we'll go ahead and kick it over to the top. But how strong do you think Bardock became after defeating Lord Chill, considering if Bardock had a long life? Thanks again from Evan A. So
I'm not gonna answer this, guys. I'm sick of Bardock questions and him being a Super Saiyan.
he's not mad at you, Evan, but from what we talked about earlier in the show, it's really weird that of everything that happened to Bardock, we've kind of covered
One
that.
thing, this is actually a video that I actually want to make. Just want to make it quick. I just want to tell you guys that there are essentially 3 different Bardocks out there. Literally, like there are 3 different characters of Bardock because they're all real different.
Is there any way you can briefly summarize?
Yeah, I'm going to summarize it right here, and I think I might make a video about this in the future. There is the Bardock, Father of Goku, special Bardock. There's the episode of Bardock, and then there's the Bardock that was in the chapter with Goku's mother. Now, the reason I say these are essentially all different characters. Literally. They are not the same. Character-wise, personality-wise, temperament-wise, they are not the same character. Literally. So, I just wanted to tell you that, and I just want to say I wish that we could have gotten more questions about the Bardock Father of Goku special Bardock, because he's the most badass version of him, pretty much, and at least in my opinion.
And that's the story of Goku's 3 gay dads. All right, there is one more question. There's one more question. I was gonna stop here, but I want to go to the next one because it looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if we could do it.
All right, go ahead, Kwame.
Which is cooler, the Big Bang Kamehameha or the Final Kamehameha? I say Final Kamehameha sounds cooler.
In terms of sounds, Final Kamehameha, and it's going to be weird when I answer this, but just as a heads up, Vegeta's Final Flash on Cell, I think, was the best shot in all of Dragon Ball Z. Obviously, it didn't pan the results of a best shot, but it was the coolest looking, most awesome shot in all of Dragon Ball Z. I think Goku's Instant Transmission Kamehameha on Cell was number 2, but I think the Big Bang Kamehameha looks cooler.
Thundershot, if you don't mind me asking, sorry to drag this out, but do you mind if we answer the next one? Because I really think it's a great discussion question. If you don't mind.
Okay. All right, we can do that. But Blackenfist, did you want to give your answer on that one first?
No. You guys ate it up. I couldn't say it.
You don't have a favorite?
I just think that the final Kamehameha is cooler.
All right, there we go.
Cooler like cooler, right?
Cooler.
Yeah, it's cooler. Yes.
All right. Final question for this part, then we'll finally get off the bottom half. What do you think would happen if Cell didn't shoot the beam at Trunks? What would happen if it hit Vegeta? Do you think Trunks would rage into Super Saiyan 2, or would Cell just do what he did to Vegeta when Vegeta raged?
That's a great question.
If Vegeta gets hit by Cell's beam right there, then Gohan never tries to save him. Gohan stays at full power. Gohan beats the crap out of Cell, and Cell dies at the end.
That's true. That's true.
I think that you can also consider that Trunks is smarter than Vegeta. So Trunks probably wouldn't just like, you know...
Yeah, he wouldn't jump in. He
Cell.
definitely... Yeah, that's definitely not Trunks' temperament.
But then again, you gotta consider that Trunks is a half Saiyan and he does have a lot of potential. Who knows, he might go Super Saiyan 2, but even if he goes Super Saiyan 2, he wouldn't be able to beat Cell without Gohan's help.
I don't, yeah,
but
you don't...
if they're both Super Saiyan 2, they're both crushed.
You think so?
Yeah, I think a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Super Saiyan 2 Future Trunks demolishes Cell. I don't think he could stop those two at the same time.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he had his hands full with Gohan alone, so...
Yeah.
That pretty much sums it up. All right, so what we're going to do right now is I'm going to cut real quick, and we're going to get to the top of this questionnaire list so I can answer the most recent questions for the next 20 minutes or so, and we will BRB. Okay, we're back. I was originally going to split this up into two parts, where the bottom half was the first part, and then this top half was the second part, but it's been so long since I've done an Ask, we're just going to do it all in one go. So happy, big, long video, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. Anyways, first question. Hi, good question. Next question. Do you do scary games? I've done this before. I've said it before on live streams, but I would need a second monitor to do scary games because I need a face cam setup. So I would like to do scary games, but it's just not something I can swing right now. But thank you for the question. You should play scary games. That's more of a statement than a question, but all right. What if Goku killed all the humans? Like, what if Goku filled out his mission, pretty much? What if Goku tried to finish his mission like he was supposed to? What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, me and Qaamans have actually talked about this on, like, what, 2 previous Q&As, and the conclusion that I've really come to is that Goku really couldn't have killed all the humans on Earth. He would never have been able to. Because first of all, Master Roshi's out there who could destroy the moon, okay? And I'm pretty sure Master Roshi could stop Goku. Mr. Popo could stop Goku. Tien Shinhan could, because you gotta think that Goku is not gonna be training. He's not gonna go along through his regular thing. Tien Shinhan could stop Goku, and if all that fails, there's still Mr. Popo and Kami. So I mean,
if he makes it, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I wanted to add to what you said, Blackenfist. Also factor in that you remember, I mean, Zenkai boosts do theoretically take place too. So remember, Goku getting beaten up in a lot of those fights as a kid did make him stronger too. So you gotta factor that in. And another major thing that we can't forget: how does Goku survive without being taken care of by Grandpa Gohan? Because babies need to be taken care of. How are you gonna?
Well, they ship all the babies to the planets.
Yeah,
I've never understood that.
Well, my guess is that Goku would have probably have survived on his own, because he is a Saiyan, and after all,
he would have crawled around and like weirdly on the dirt, eating the fruit that he needed to and stuff like that.
Yeah, something like that. But I mean, he only would have needed to have to survive like only for a couple hours before the moon comes out. Well, assuming that there's a full moon, and then transform. But bottom line is, I don't think Goku could even had a chance to kill all humans on the planet.
They very much underestimated Earth when they sent him there.
Yeah, they did. They did.
A really big what if here. He lives long enough. He's evil. King Piccolo's evil. Do they team up?
Nah, King Piccolo would not team up with Goku. King Piccolo is... I mean, he betrayed Pilaf. I mean,
yeah, good point.
King Piccolo seems to be a solo type of guy. The only people that he really keeps around are his, like, offspring. So...
I gotcha. Alright, so moving on from that question. Thundershot, do you think Shadow should have won against Vegeta? And what do you think of Kirby versus Majin Buu? And how do you feel about Super Saiyan God Goku? Yeah, Super Saiyan God Goku versus Superman. This comes from Son Goku himself. Very honored. I'm just gonna tackle this.
I just have to say, Thundershot, this is pretty awesome that you're getting questions from Goku himself.
I know, right?
No, damn.
It's more of an honor than
I know.
deserve.
Like Goku's asking you whether you think that he can beat Superman.
I think he can beat Superman.
I mean.
Quick question, Thundershot. Are they referring to that screw attack fight with Vegeta?
Yeah. Death
Shadow and
all
the
these
death battle. Yeah, they are referring. They are referring to the death battle between them. I've seen the video too. Vegeta won, obviously.
Yeah.
And what about the Kirby and
Spoilers,
Majin Buu one?
I think
I assume that's screw attack, but I haven't seen a screw attack video.
I think that's just a hypothetical one.
I mean, that's not really a fight if you really ask me, but
Yeah. The pink blob attack.
Well, I'm gonna answer
if...
all these. I think that Vegeta should have won. I don't know anything about Kirby, so. And as far as God Goku, this is the thing. This is the thing here. I've heard a lot of arguments about whether Goku's still being able to beat Superman, but the thing is, I don't know anything about Superman. So, I'm just going to say this, is if everything that was said in the Death Battle Screw Attack thing was right about Superman, meaning all their facts were correct about Superman, there is no way that even God Goku could beat Superman. Okay.
All right. Now let me.
But I just want to say something. I just want to say. But I do realize that some people say that there were some things wrong with that video, and that not all the things. There were a couple things misleading about Superman there. So, in that case, I really don't know.
Okay. Let me take a crack at these now. Let me go down the list real quick. Do you think Shadow should have won against Vegeta? If you've heard me gripe about this, because I have griped about it on stream before. About the Shadow Vegeta fight. It's not that I don't think Vegeta should have won. That one's still not exactly up in the air, but kind of up in the air for me. It's how they did the fight. The way that they conducted the fight. Shadow and Vegeta are both anti-heroes. They both are kind of neutral on the fact. Well, what happened was Vegeta went to the moon and pushed the moon to Earth and was going to make it crash. Vegeta decided to be a bad guy. They're both anti-heroes. Vegeta decided to be a bad guy. Shadow decided to be a good guy for some reason and use all of the power that he had to save the Earth and the last of his Chaos Emerald invincibility. That didn't make sense to me. They're both anti-heroes. They're both kind of neutral. I don't think Vegeta would have wanted to blow up the Earth, and I don't think Shadow would have given that much of a shit if the moon crashed into it. So that was my gripe with that. But I don't really know who won. I'm going to guess Vegeta, but again, it all comes down to if he can survive Shadow's invincibility. Kirby and Majin Buu. Majin Buu's way too fast. He's going to eat Kirby. Kirby can try to suck him up. Like I said, Majin Buu's just too quick. That's not going to be a thing. Super Saiyan God Goku versus Superman.
But I just wanted to point out, eating Majin Buu, it could be a bad idea.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you remember that scene?
Yeah. Oh, my God. That's painful.
Yeah.
When Vegito... but...
Or I was actually referring to that part where Super Buu went into that gunman and blew him up from the inside.
Oh, I was thinking of when he threw himself into Vegito and Vegito got like really like painfully huge. But to be fair, Kirby's specialty is eating things.
Yeah. Well.
But for the final question, Super Saiyan God Goku versus Superman, here's the thing. For Goku to become Super Saiyan God, he accepted that he had to do anything to try to save the Earth, even take the help of his friends, which he hated. If he's doing anything he can as Super Saiyan God, it's not impossible he decides to use kryptonite and Superman's dead instantly. That's a very big what if, but that's a thought I have. Aside from that, I think Blackenfist was spot on with if they use the Superman that they used in the Screw Attack version, there's no way anything can compete with that.
Yeah, like I mean 200 whatever it was, like, I don't even was like 500 quintillion tons. Like Goku never went even. Nothing in Dragon Ball came close to that. I'm just sorry.
Well, I know you said you don't know a lot about Superman, but I know enough about Superman to know that there is like 100 different versions. He's been written so differently in all the comics. There's been times when Superman hasn't been as strong as Yamcha in some of his comics. Like he couldn't lift as much as Yamcha could.
Wow.
And then there's also God form Superman, like the unbeatable top of the line Superman, which is the one that they chose to use for the Screw Attack battle. So there is that.
Wow. Okay. Well, I didn't know that. So.
There is a lot of different Superman forms, yeah. Qaamans, do you want to give your input on this?
Well, long story short, I think that that in terms of the whole Kirby thing, I think that's a joke. I think the Shadow and Vegeta one, which I actually saw, I think that Vegeta would win, but I can understand if they gave Supersonic an edge. You know, I'm sorry, Super Shadow an edge just for a little bit. And as far as the last one, I mean, honestly, I think I should make a video about it one day, but long story short, I kind of like their formula for what they did to like explain why Superman was stronger, but at the same time, I just feel like they weren't being fair by judging the right Goku in terms of speed and stuff. But I think that we can all agree.
Yeah. Like I feel they definitely underestimated Goku in the video, but
they miscalculated instant transmission.
But the thing is, I don't think it even matters if everything, because Superman was just way too strong from the stats they brought in that video. Because I don't know nothing about Superman, as I said before.
We can both agree though that in a perfect world where everybody's equal, Goku would destroy him. Like where power isn't a factor, it's about skill and techniques. I think Goku it wouldn't even be close.
Yeah, I mean, has Superman even had training, or does he just, oops, I'm strong now?
But then that would mean that Krillin would be able to beat Superman if they had the same strength. If they had the same strength and speed, is what I'm saying, and it was just skill. So
definitely.
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move on here. Who is stronger, Broly? But very good question, Son Goku. Thank you for asking that. It was a big one. But anyways, who is stronger, Broly from Broly's Second Coming or Super Perfect Cell?
This is again from Goku himself.
Thank you for the honor. Qaamans, this seems like something very up your alley. Do you want to take that?
Sure. I think that. I mean, I can probably tell because I did that video on how strong is legendary Super Saiyan Broly. But as a matter of fact, I'm sure Thunder will actually link this in the video. But essentially, I think because of the Zenkai boost that Broly got from fighting against Goku and the rest of his gang, I think he had to have been stronger than Super Perfect Cell by that point, because I think it's kind of clear that if we're going by movie canonicity according to Blackenfist, Broly from the first legendary Super Saiyan movie would be stronger than regular Perfect Cell. I'm sure there's no way that we could disagree with that. The way that he was just smashing him around with ease. So if that's the case, then that means that Broly with that Zenkai boost would have to be stronger than Super Perfect Cell. Like, by default. I think he was definitely stronger than him at that point, and also considering the way he was pushing back that family Kamehameha, I think that also gives a reason to believe. Now, people are going to say, well, Gohan was not Super Saiyan 2 when he fought him. That doesn't make any sense because of one thing. Sorry if I'm dragging this out. Because as a kid, in the first Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan movie, Gohan was stronger than his adult form at that time, because Gohan would have had to have been in the gap before the World Martial Arts Tournament. That's how, you know, Goten and Trunks were still around and Goten knew how to fly and all that. So at that point, teen Gohan would have been stronger than adult Gohan, I'm sure we'd both agree. So it doesn't make any sense how adult Gohan would have been able to even inflict damage on Broly unless he was a Super Saiyan 2. So I have to say it's definitely Broly.
Oh, there you go. Question to get a little off topic. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus that Broly. Teen Gohan, I should say.
Good question. I'd still say Broly stronger.
That one's always been up in the air for me.
I would still go with Broly with that, because it took what, 3 Super Saiyans to take down, 3 pretty damn strong ones to take down Broly the second time. So
yeah, and then one thing is, because almost if you want to get it super accurate, you have to go from manga to anime to movie, because in the manga, as Qaamans has told me before, they made Super Perfect Cell look a lot closer, Perfect Cell look a lot closer in skill to Super Saiyan 2 Gohan than they made him look in the anime. They made him look a lot weaker than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan in the anime.
Yeah.
And then to go all the way to the movie to bring Broly into the picture is just, there's a lot of translations and jumps that you have to accept there. But good question. It would be very upsetting if Chow Garden ended. Chow Garden is a playthrough series I have on my channel. Thank you for your concerns, but it's not going anywhere till it's finished. Who would win, Goku when he was not sick from the heart virus, or Vegeta when he faced Android 19, parentheses, Moobot can't save you now? Would anyone like to take this question?
Oh my god.
So pretty much if they fought at that time.
Yeah, Goku never got sick.
I think he... I think I'd still, because of technique, I'd still give the edge to Goku. I know Piccolo said that theoretically Vegeta would have been stronger, but I gotta give the edge to Goku. I don't think it's fair to judge him because he was like decreasing in power from that virus from way before, as hinted by Piccolo. So,
Yeah. I kind of am going with Goku here because you gotta understand that even though Goku was pretty much feeling the effects of that virus, when he went into the city, right? He was already getting, and then who knows if he was already feeling the effects before that time. But I definitely think that Goku was not 100% in that his whole fight against Android 19. If he was, he probably would have beaten Vegeta at that time. So.
Yeah, and I would have to agree with you guys. And it's not like, oh, I'm hating on Vegeta or oh, I'm a Goku fanboy. It's to take into account, number one, the heart virus. It's totally possible that threw Piccolo's speculation off that Goku was weaker than Vegeta as a Super Saiyan 1, because Piccolo definitely says, I think he's become stronger than Goku at this point when talking about Vegeta when he sees him in Super Saiyan form for the first time. But you have to take into account how much longer Goku was a Super Saiyan than Vegeta, because we don't know exactly how long it took Vegeta to become a Super Saiyan after the Namekian saga ended. In the meantime, Goku, who has the ability of Super Saiyan, is still out traveling the universes and galaxies, training and learning new techniques and whatnot. I just don't think Vegeta had enough time to catch up. So that is my answer to that one.
That's a very good point you bring up, Thundershot.
Alright, can you please play Call of Duty Advanced Warfare? Maybe it's not looking like it, maybe before Christmas. Any of you guys plan on playing the new FPS?
I'm actually considering getting it for PC, but I have a pretty decent graphics card. I got the 750M, but I'm not 100% sure if it could run it, but if I can run it decently, I'll get it.
Blackenfist?
I haven't. The last Call of Duty game I played seriously was Modern Warfare 2.
Damn. Not
From
even
the way I heard
Warfare
it,
3.
From the way I heard it, Call of Duty Ghosts was absolute garbage, but Warfare actually looks really, really good, so it is a Call of Duty I would consider picking up. But I didn't even, I mean, I have Ghosts, but I didn't buy Ghosts, it was given to me. And then Black Ops 2 was the last one that I took seriously, so there's that.
Thunder, I'll just say really quick, I completely agree with what you said. I actually have Ghost for PC. Garbage.
Garbage?
Yeah. Waste of time.
That was the general consensus. Let's go. Yeah, that was the general consensus on Ghost. I was asking if you would play Attack on Titan with me, dude. Okay, so there's an Attack on Titan tribute game. I don't know if you guys are Attack on Titan fans or not, but I played it. There's one video up on my channel now. I plan on putting more up in the future, and eventually, yes, I will host subscriber lobbies for that. You guys don't watch Attack on Titan, do you?
I haven't seen much of it, no.
It's a good anime. The whole first season's. Watch the Japanese subtitles.
See, the thing is, oh, you say this English sucks. The thing is, the reason I haven't watched it yet was because I'm waiting for all this English to come out.
No, please don't wait for the English to come out. Just the way that the Titan screeches and the voices don't get across it all the same way. Like, watch Japanese with subtitles. It takes an episode or two to get used to, but it's definitely... I think Japanese is by far better in Attack on Titan. And that's all on Netflix or wherever you can find it online.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Alright. Will you make Sonic theories besides DBZ? From Pedro Soloranzo. The answer to that is no, although I did a Sonic Adventure 2 battle playthrough on my channel, although I'm doing Sonic Chow Garden. First game I ever played was Sonic 2 for the Sega Genesis. I don't follow the TV shows. I haven't played all the games. I mean, you know, I've only played a handful of the many Sonic games. I simply don't know enough about Sonic to attempt to make a video on it, which is completely different from Dragon Ball Z. I've seen, I mean, all of Dragon Ball Z way more times than a man my age should, and I know all about that kind of stuff, but I just don't know enough about Sonic to begin to speculate Sonic theories. Didn't you guys have Sonic knowledge?
Well,
I
I mean,
that deep?
know a decent amount about Sonic. I've played some of the games, but not enough to do it. Not enough to do theories.
Yeah, you really got to know your stuff before you dive into the theory department of anything. Really, if you start to speculate what ifs, you got to know all the variables. There's that. All right. What would you think? This is a Xenoverse question, so I'll take it. What would you think about there being another character that you can create in Xenoverse? He will be your best friend to your character and the person you fuse with. This would also help with offline team battles. Do you think this is an idea or not? I think they've already kind of confirmed fusion will not be in the game. It's definitely an idea. No one will take away that fact from you. It is an idea. I don't know if it's a good one or not, but they've already confirmed fusion won't make it into that game. So that's a thing. And then the whole PAL idea would be another concept entirely that they would probably have to center a game around. Do you guys plan on getting or playing Xenoverse when that comes out?
Yes, definitely for PC. As it's been announced for PC, I'm not gonna lie to you, Thundershot, you probably knew, like, ahead of time that I don't really do much coverage on video games because, like, I only have a PC, so, like, I'm kind of, like, making videos about things that I'll never be able to do. But, like, as soon as I saw that it was coming out for PC, like, I lost it, dude. It was one of the best days for me.
Looking forward to being able to customize your own character and stuff like that?
Yeah. I'm gonna make a Qaamans character. He's gonna have the
There you go.
dreadlocks. He's gonna have the dreadlocks and everything.
Blackenfist?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, Xenoverse definitely piques my interest a lot more than even Battle of Z, which was the last one.
And are you looking for PS3 or PS4?
Well, I have PS3, PS4. Whether I honestly, I don't even know what platform I'm going to get it on. So.
Next gen is the way to go.
Well,
Mine will be
obviously, it's either going to be between PS4 or a PC version, but I'm probably going to get a PC version depending on my specs on my computer. But yeah.
Say if you can swing it, I did do a little thing. There was a survey out, and almost 50% of the people who were going to be playing Xenoverse, at least from this survey a couple weeks back, are going to be playing it on PS4. And that's before, I mean, you know, Christmas time hits, and I expect Christmas time people will upgrade from their PS3s or 360s to PS4 also. But that's just something to think about. There's a bigger pool of people. I'm not trying to swing you guys, but that was a thing, I figured. All right, anyways, next question. Qaamans, you want to take that?
Oh boy.
We have a series of questions. Do we just want to quick fire these?
Beerus
right.
versus Whis at bowling.
Whis.
I'm gonna.
Whis hands down.
I say Whis because I mean I mean, if we're talking about galactic bowling, I give Whis. You know, he seems to have more, I don't know, control, and he seems more magical. I'm taking a big guess here.
I'd say they have to tie it a perfect game. I don't know how else it goes down.
I love this next one though.
All right, hold on. We have actually a few of these coming up, so I am just going to ask you. I'm just going to ask the question, and both you guys just quick fire your answers, and then we'll go to the next one. All right, Frieza versus Cell at a staring contest.
Cell.
Frieza.
Piccolo versus Vegeta at dirt bike racing.
Piccolo. Oh yeah, he's the best.
Nah, dude, Vegeta. No, come on, dude. It's really Vegeta, man.
Piccolo's
like
they don't have dirt bikes on Namek.
He's my favorite character. I'm gonna say him in something neutral like this.
Alright, whatever, man.
I guess they don't. My argument was they don't have dirt bikes on Namek, but they don't have dirt bikes on Planet Vegeta either.
Exactly.
So there's that. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta versus Obi-Wan with the high ground.
Like,
oh my god,
that's
that's
a great
perfect.
one. I'm gonna go with Vegito.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vegito. I mean,
for the record, Obi-Wan has a 100% win ratio with the high ground.
oh wait, he does?
Yeah, him against Anakin.
Well, I mean, wasn't that one time? Well, listen, I don't know much about
That was the joke. That was the joke.
Okay, never mind.
He beat the strongest
It's over,
Jedi.
Anakin. I have the high ground.
No.
Don't try it.
Shut.
All right, thank you, Mr. Protoman145 for that. What do you guys think about Justin Bieber?
Oh god, I'm not gonna answer this.
I have nothing to think about him, honestly.
They keep arresting him for the stupid things he does, and I don't know how he keeps getting out of jail. But he deserves to be arrested again. I have no idea what this next question is.
Yeah,
Famke
me.
Janison, film actress, don't know.
yeah.
Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, we do have trolls, if that's what you're asking. No specifics, but we all have trolls.
Did anyone ever say in the comment section, you look and sound like Storm Powell? I have not ever gotten that. Have any of you guys gotten that?
I wouldn't say you look or sound like him, but I've seen his videos. He's a pretty solid YouTuber.
Never.
There you go. Blackenfist.
How strong is Deborah?
Great
Deborah
question.
has always been compared to like Cell, Perfect Cell, so I would say around there, around that strength.
I'd say he's stronger than Cell, but I'd say he's stronger than Perfect Cell, but weaker than Super Perfect Cell.
I would probably have to agree with you on that one, Quaman, because if you think that adult, weaker Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was struggling with him, but could still beat him, it looked like, that seems to fit where he would be at. Assuming that he's, well, not assuming, he was weaker than Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, so that would sound about right to me.
That's a good...
But thank you.
That's a good way to
gauge Mika Delore.
Because, Thunder, I was just going to say really quick, Thundershot, I gauged his strength exactly detail for what you just said.
There you go. But thank you, Mika Delore, for that one. All right, we've only got a couple questions here left, and we're going to go and wrap it up. But can you call me Jake from Allstate when you live stream, please? I'm Bob Boberson 63594. Hello, Jake from Allstate. I may or may not remember that. Who is Goku's boyfriend?
Krillin.
Blackenfist or Thundershot?
It's Krillin.
Oh.
I mean, really, it's Krillin. So what? Like
that would, yeah. I mean, if he's got to have one.
Yeah.
Thundershot. I think I am 99% sure what question you're probably gonna end with by Mika Delore coming up.
I haven't looked at it yet, but we will get to it.
It's
all right.
probably a great ending question.
Right. What if Goku hadn't prevented Vegeta from blowing up Babidi's ship?
That's a great question.
Do you have an answer?
Well, let's think about that. If he hadn't prevented Vegeta from blowing up Babidi's ship, I mean, you gotta think that if they blow up the ship, Babidi would probably be killed, because, I mean, it would come out of nowhere. Dabura would probably survive. Yeikon and the other guy, Pui Pui, they call him Pocus in the manga, he'd probably be killed. And I think, as a matter of fact, if you factor it all in, that'd probably solve all the problems. What do you think, guys?
Would the blast be enough to wake up Majin Buu?
Probably not.
I don't think so. Considering the fact that it took so much energy from two Super Saiyan 2s beating the living tar out of each other to break him loose, I don't think it would have been enough.
Okay.
But I want to say something though. I don't think that Babidi would have died. He would have probably just used his magic. He has a shield, you know.
But remember,
He
Piccolo
has like a
cut it
magical
open.
shield.
Remember, Piccolo broke it though.
Yeah, but
I kind of want to agree. I kind of want to agree with Blackenfist. If he sees it coming, if he has his shield up, he gets hurt, but I don't think he dies.
yeah, I mean like Piccolo. I mean, you gotta think that if Vegeta tries to blow up the ship, he's gonna put up his shield and
Dabura
survive.
You also got to factor in Dabura might protect him too. So.
And there's that too. So I mean,
My thinking is if Vegeta blows it up and Babidi lives, assuming Dabura doesn't get between Vegeta and Babidi, and Vegeta's in that state of mind where he doesn't care anymore, he's just wrecking everything, he just goes over and kills Babidi, like right away, kind of like he did when he stepped on Birder's neck. And then went and fried Raccoon right away while all this, everyone was caught up in the chaos, he just went in and did his stuff. That's a possibility, but that is a very good what-if question. Thank you for that. Don't do drugs, bro. Be drug-free. Don't tell me what to do. Thank you for the question. I'm just kidding. I don't do drugs, but there you go. How did you get the Dragon Ball C mod on Minecraft? I don't want to be that guy who just pushes all of his problems onto someone else, but I would look for Jay Dantastic because he's the one who told me step for step how to set that up, or YouTube it, or Google it, or whatever, and see what you can get, because I honestly, someone walked me through it, they held my hand, and I don't even remember how I did it at this point.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Hi, Thundershot. Can you tell me how to get the DBZ mod, please? Same guy, same answer. Can you ask Akira Toriyama to tell us if Super Saiyan God is stronger than Super Saiyan 4? Well, that would require me learning Japanese and somehow finding Akira Toriyama.
Which is gonna be hard. Trust me.
He doesn't.
If I ever manage it, I'll ask him and then we'll know. If we don't find out in this next movie, who knows? The next movie hype could be real. Blackenfist, do you want to ask this next one?
I just want to say I'm not reading the same questions you are right now. What's the next one called?
If you met the big man.
If you met. Nope.
Okay.
Well, let's just read it. Is this our closer, Thundershot?
This can be our closer. Okay. Yeah.
If you met the big man Toriyama in real life, what would you ask him first?
Well, I've actually thought about this many times, If I ever met Toriyama in real life, what would I say? What would I do?
Can I have my guess at what you would do?
Well, okay, guess.
I would imagine you would bring up every inconsistency that he's ever had in the history of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and just nail him to the ground with those and see what his answers were.
Honestly, no.
That's what I could, just because you have so many videos up on that kind of stuff.
I know. Well,
I
mean, they're not that many videos on it, but the thing is, honestly, I don't even know what I would say. I'd just be so speechless. I just think about this, and I'm like, you're Toriyama. Like, you're my childhood. And I'll be like, I don't know, man. I just really don't know what I would say, honestly. Even when I think about it, I could never think of something I would say to Toriyama if I actually met him. You know, so I mean, honestly, if I had to ask him anything, I would just say, you know, Toriyama, I've enjoyed your series for a long time. You know, what are the future plans for your series? You know, something like that. But you know,
that's about. I'm just gonna say that's about the best I can do is just thank him for all that he's done.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't nail him with the inconsistencies.
I feel like if you asked him a question like who is stronger between Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan 4, he would almost shrug his shoulders, like he didn't even know, or like he wasn't even going to compare him.
Oh, if you ask him that, he would definitely say Super Saiyan God. I mean,
because that's the direction he's going with now. You think?
Yeah,
so?
I think that Toriyama would definitely say Super Saiyan God, like without a doubt in my mind.
What would you try to ask Qaamans?
Oh man, to be completely honest with you, I would actually ask Akira Toriyama what he thinks about my videos, because you gotta consider that I probably would not have been able to make half of the videos that I made if Dragon Ball Z was more clear. The fact that the show is ambiguous in so many ways has given me all these topics, and I just wanted to see if I was accurate with a lot of the things that I said based on my observations of the manga and the show. So
I feel like a lot of theory videos that like we make or you guys make, he doesn't even begin to look into it that far. Just like from my personal stance, I feel like most of the stuff he writes and he moves on.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, well that's the way Toriyama has always been. And honestly, it's given us a good series. I mean, I kind of bag him, and some other people bag him, and I think, you know, sometimes he gets bagged too hard, but you know, that's kind of what has produced Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and all this stuff. So, you know, I mean, there are some hiccups along the way, but in the long run, I think you got to say that I think that Toriyama definitely writes very interestingly when he's on his when he's on the edge of his seat, pretty much. I mean, he has stated several times that even he wouldn't know where the story would end up when he was actually writing this stuff. So, you know, I mean,
yeah, he's not one of those guys who had the ending in mind when he started.
Oh yeah, and you gotta think that that's how a lot of these shonen mangas are too. I mean, when he began the Dragon Ball manga, he originally was just making it a parody of Journey to the West, and once the parody was over, it was done. So pretty much the first arc and then done. That was his original vision. Obviously, it didn't turn out that way.
There you go. But I think that was a really, really good question to end on. So welcome back to the Ask FM. I'm going to try to start doing these weekly. If I can get guests in, I'll swing it. They won't all be this long. This was supposed to go 40 minutes. I think we're pushing an hour now. But that is going to do it for me here with my special guests, Qaamans and Blackenfist. The links to their channels will once again be in the description down below. But I want to thank you guys for coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Once again, I'm Thundershot here with my guests. Links down below. And we are out. Peace, guys.